Rather, why do videos always look like this when it gets dark? Hey, cat. Walking around trying to find a place to take a nice picture. I am enjoying this new equipment. Yeah! I'm so happy I have it. Let's go, Ryder. Hi guys, hope you are well. Welcome back to yet another video. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Zandile Rakudu. I am a wife, I am a mother, and I'm a full-time employee. And yes, I am here being a YouTuber, South African YouTuber. I also have an Instagram account called Captured in Love. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Hope you are good and hope you will enjoy this video. Right, so I had said in my video last week, I think it was my let me explain myself video. I had mentioned that I am gonna do a video just talking about motherhood, right? Especially being a mom to a girl. So I wanted to make notes like how I normally do. So what I'm gonna do is obviously I know what I want to talk about, the things that I want to highlight. At the same time, I do prefer to always have like my notes because that helps me to better structure what I want to say, but it also helps me not ramble because I do tend to ramble a lot. And again, if you're new to this channel, welcome, because that is one thing I do very well. All right, so let's start when Zandi was a little girl. I don't think it was immediately when I was like a young girl, but I do remember at some point in my childhood, maybe around the ages of like between maybe 9 and let's say 11ish, 10, 9, 10, 11, I had this desire to, one, I used to play with, obviously as we grow up, we always play with our neighborhood friends and neighborhood kids. And most of the time, and not even most of the time, myself and another friend, we were the oldest ones. Then the rest of them were like younger than us, but not completely young. Maybe I'd say the biggest age gap was probably 5 years, 6 years at most, between myself and the other friend that I'm talking about, and then the rest of the gang. But anyway, so the reason I'm talking about the age gap is because we would always get together, and there was a time where we started helping out those kids with like their homeworks and whatnot, and we just come together at a certain house and we play there, we do the homework, and then after that we go play. So I enjoyed doing that, and I think that's where my work comes in. Some of the work that I do now, or part of the work that I do now, I could see where that started, that love and passion for young people and helping people achieve the goal that they want, especially when it comes to their education, right? So I promise you this is going somewhere. Then one other thing that I used to do, besides the fact that I used to lie to the poor kids and say that the team from Kidio are always calling me, we have a conversation and there's a competition that we're going to go attend, and we need to practice. And we used to do the practices, and it's K-I-D-E-O, it's Kidio. I don't remember the dance moves, but we would always be doing that. So anyway, there was that. We played all the time together. Like, my childhood was really amazing. I don't even want to lie, especially when it came to always being outside and playing with other kids. I enjoyed that. And I think that's where my love for, I want to say, children came, right? Then fast forward to, I want to say, maybe high school. That's where my desire to become a mom and a wife started. All the time I was a tomboy. I didn't really care much about all those things, but I just loved being around, children and all of that. I really did love that. And then in high school, okay, that's where that desire to become a mom and be a wife came. So much so, literally, my friends in high school, they can tell you, those friends who I'm still tight with, and or rather had those kind of conversations with, they can tell you that this is something that Sandy always wanted. However, now getting into the crux of what this conversation is about, I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I always knew that being a mom was a calling that I was, that was bestowed upon me by God. The only thing that I was not convinced of was being a girl mom. Being a girl mom was not really a thing that I had always dreamt about. I always knew I wanted to be a boy mom. I always knew I wanted boys, I wanted sons, and all these things, because I figured that I had such an understanding of, I almost want to say I had an understanding of boyhood, right? Because of me being a tomboy and most of my friends being guys or boys back then, and then guys, and then, all of that. And not necessarily just because of that, but also I just felt it is so much easier, or rather that the lives of boys are so much easier because it's straightforward. This is done. Whereas with a girl, you have so many things that make up a girl or a woman, right? All these different things. However, I do also believe that my relationship with my mother back then also spoke volumes to why I never envisioned myself becoming a girl mom or being a girl mom. Our relationship was very complicated, to say. Yeah, I would say maybe complicated, and not in a horrible way or anything like that, but just there were so many things that we were very different, in a sense, if I can say. So we clashed a lot with my mom. Our relationship now is really, it's so different from how I grew up. I wish we had that kind of relationship with my mom, right? Like just being open and being able to talk to my mom about things and all of those, and all of that. And I remember even in my I don't know, introduction into girlhood, or womanhood rather, it was very awkward with my mom. My mom is not really a talker about certain things. Some things she just feels like this does not need a conversation. It does not need you to dive into it. Just, this is it, this is this is that. Let's leave it at that, right? I remember there was one time where she had a dream, essentially the birds and bees conversation. She had a dream about something, and the first time her and I had a conversation about sex was literally her telling me, she told me about this dream, and then she said to me, so, just be careful. And that was it. I was in matric, and I was not having sex, and I was not interested in having sex at that time. Okay. Anyway, so then she said to me, I need to be careful. And I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, that's very strange. That's not how this conversation should be going. You should be asking me, are you having sex? Are you being safe? All these things, and not just come to me and say, so just be careful. Even with, the introduction to womanhood, it was essentially the same conversation. where it was, okay, so this is what this means. Now you can fall pregnant. And so stay away from boys. That was it. And for me, I honestly yearned for more. I wanted to have a better conversation about it, right? But obviously, I know our moms are not, especially from their generation, they're not really that forthcoming when it comes to such conversations. And obviously, I'm not saying all our moms. Yes, I know there are people who've had great conversations with their moms about such things, whether that is menstruation or that is sex or whatever the case may be, right? But with me, not really. And a lot of my other friends and other people that I've had conversations with about such things, they all say essentially the same thing about what the parents said or what the mom said about sex or menstruation, all these things. And so these things built up, in a way that made me feel, I don't think I want to be a girl mom. There's just too many things that make up a woman, and I don't know if I am the right person for that. Now, on top of all these complicated things, add girliness or femininity, if you want. That's also something that I am not good at, or rather at that time I was just like, that's just not me. I don't care to look pretty. I don't like dresses. My mom and I used to fight about me wearing a dress to go to church on Sundays. I literally only had dresses to wear on Sunday. During the week, I'm in pants, I'm in jeans, I'm in sweatpants, I'm in all these kind of things. And to school, obviously, I had to wear a skirt in summer, but in winter, I only wore a dress or skirt because of this is what is required. But outside of that, no, I didn't care for those things. Even now, I'm still building my dresses wardrobe, right? The other day I was wearing a dress, I think it was yesterday at church, and my husband was like, girl, I should buy you more dresses. They look good on you. And yes, I know, I look good in dresses. So yeah, so I was just thinking, okay, I don't like dresses. I don't know how to be a girl. I don't know how to be all these things. I remember in grade 7, we had our grade 7 farewell, and I was dressed in I think that was my first time ever dressed so girly. I was literally wearing pink pants. I was wearing a pink top. I had my hair done. I think it was my first time ever doing my hair. And in LA, probably aging myself here, Yaki Balk had that sana. And the tie was pink. Like the hair tie was pink. I was wearing a wedge heel and it was pink. Listen, and then the only reason I had those things was because my sister went shopping for me, or we went together. I can't remember if we went together or if she shopped for me. And my first pair of heels were these beautiful caramel heels that she bought me for my 13th birthday. And I remember thinking, ooh, look at me. Yes, I look cute. I love my shoes. And I would only wear them on Sunday. And honestly speaking, even to this day, I kind of only wear heels when I go to church. I don't really wear heels to work, but I do wear a lot of skirts and pants. Not really dresses, but mostly skirts. I do wear skirts. Not that many, but I do wear skirts. So I am still, even today, I am still building up to being super girly. Like even the fact that I do nails now, that's like such a, not a shocking thing, but like such a big thing. I remember my sister, when I said to her, yeah, no, I'm doing my nails. She's like, nailsy? I'm like, yes, girl, I do my nails. She's like, oh my gosh, that's a shock. And even with makeup, I only wear makeup on Sundays. To work, this is my makeup for work. Eyebrows, eyeliner, and sometimes lipstick, but not all the time. So truly speaking, I really am still building this super feminine person thing. I am a simple girl. I don't like things that just make my life complicated. I don't understand why I would want that. And not to say, being a feminine woman makes you complicated. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying it's high maintenance, as in someone wanting to give you money for all of these things is you being high maintenance. I really am not saying that. However, I'm saying for me specifically, I just feel, hey, if I can put on some jeans, t-shirt, sneakers, pondo, I'm done. Let's go, you know? But as the years go and when I start doing certain things, I'm like, oh, okay, actually, this is nice. Like, for instance, with the nails, I never thought I would enjoy doing nails. For years, I went on without doing nails. I literally started doing nails, I want to say maybe 4 months ago. The first time I did nails, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll probably say maybe 4 months ago. In all my life, my whole entire adult life, this was the first time I did my nails. I used to paint my nails, obviously, with nail polish, but that was it. But this, about 4 months ago, babes. And honestly speaking, I really do enjoy it. I enjoy having my hair done. I enjoy, or rather, I love, being neat. I love my skin looking beautiful. I love looking proper, right? Because obviously, I'm a woman. And as much as, yes, I'm not like the super or high feminine woman, but I am a woman at the end of the day. So, now back to being a girl mom. Those were the things that I was just like, yeah, I don't know if I am cut out to be a girl mom. But I realized that the main thing, and I've been thinking about this a lot, especially with my daughter. It's like God was just like, you know what? I'm going to give you the girliest girl in the world. She is so girly. Her favorite color is pink and purple. And if we go to the store, we're going to buy something, she will like run directly to where all the pink things are. She loves dresses. She is fine with wearing pants, but she's not a fan of pants. She loves dresses. If I can put her in a dress, especially if it's flary enough for her to be able to twirl, that's like her thing, right? Me, on the other hand, I'm just like, oof, girl, let's see, what pants can we buy you? There's literally a video where I literally had to take a video of this because I just felt like nobody's gonna believe me. Well, not nobody's gonna believe me, but I just felt I cannot believe I'm standing in this shop and I am having an argument or a debate with a 3-year-old about what to buy. So we went to the shops to buy an outfit for their school concert, and she was going to dress, so they were doing the show Sing. She was going to dress as Ash, apparently. So we're there to buy a leather jacket because Ash she has a leather jacket, she has a skirt. Yeah, a skirt. Yes, essentially. But at that day, we were just buying a leather jacket. And I'm trying to get her to look at the leather jackets and things. She's just like, I don't want black. I say to her, okay, but Ash wears black. She doesn't wear any other color. I don't want black. Then she comes and she's holding a little little pink dress. She's holding the hanger and she's like, Mama, this is what I like. I'm like, no, Zoe, we're not here to buy this. She's like, but pink is my favorite color. I'm like, I know pink is your favorite color. Then she goes and takes another thing, a different thing or item, clothing item, and it's also pink. And she's like, okay, how about this one then? I say, no, girl, this is not what we are here for. Literally, the lady who was assisting us, she comes around the corner and she hears this conversation I'm having with this girl. She laughed her head off. She's just like, Mama, we're not here for that. We will buy pink when we buy pink, but right now what is needed is a black leather jacket. Sana. Every now and again I just keep thinking and asking, Mara, Jesus, really? You really think me, I am cut out to be a girl mom? Okay. But anyway, back to what I was saying. That was just an example of how girly my daughter is. She likes glitter, she likes all these pink things. Like my one friend was getting married in September, and we were doing dress fittings, and Zoe was a flower girl, and she puts on the dress. It had like a tutu thing, and she looks at it and she didn't really look happy. And Zoe loves trying on new clothes. She loves new clothes and all these things, and it's a dress essentially. And she was just looking at it, and I'm like, do you like your new dress? She's like, yeah, I like my dress. But I could see, it's not the energy that she has. This energy when she sees a new dress. The excitement is insane. So I asked her, I'm like, okay, so what's going on? Why are you not excited? Are you not happy? Don't you like your dress? And then she looks at me with the most adorable face, and she says, it doesn't have glitter. And the lady who was making the dresses is sitting or is standing there with us. Listen, she was happy because she and Zoe are the same person. The louder and the more dramatic and the more pizzazz it has, the better. Me, on the other hand, I'm on the opposite side. The more quiet it is, the better. So it was a very funny moment, but she loved it. So anyway, so that's, the thing. I was like, I don't know if I am cut out to be a girl mom, and therefore I do not want to be a girl mom. But as I was busy thinking about all of this, I realized that a lot of the things that I was trying to reason in my head of why I can't be a girl mom were based out of fear, right? And I don't know if I'm the only one who's had these thoughts. I remember when we did the gender reveal, my husband and I were 100% sure we are having a boy. And before we even did the gender reveal, I remember I had a dream, and this baby girl was and I was like, this must be a dream about our last born, And my husband already had a name for our child before we were even pregnant. And it was a girl name, which is Zoe, right? And we both kept saying, maybe, God is just saying to us this thing's going to happen for us, and etc., etc., etc. So now gender reveal, there we are. My husband kicks the ball. That moment was such a shock in a sense, but also not really that shocking, because, and it's so crazy, whenever I look back on the journal entries that I used to make, I see the sequence of my children's names, and it starts with Zoe. Everything always started with Zoe. And I would just say, man, it makes sense to write it like this because of this, and this is why it's here like that, and all these things. But actually, no. God was telling me that your firstborn will be a girl. Yeah. But anyway, so my husband kicks the ball, and then it's a girl. I literally in my head was like, what is this? My reaction was immediate but also very slow, but we were happy obviously that we're having a baby girl. And listen, I don't think I would have had it any other way. I don't think I would have wanted to have our son first, then Zoe, because, and even the way that she came into this world was in such a dramatic way, and her first few months of her life was so dramatic. And by dramatic, I don't mean it in a negative way, or I don't want there to be a negative connotation to it, but rather that there was just, it just always felt like we were in a show. I don't know how to express it, but it just was always so extravagant and so big. So I had lots of fears even during pregnancy and anxiety, just thinking about, I'm going to be a mom to a baby girl. What if this? What if that? And all these things. And I think what triggered these thoughts for me was also there's this other influencer on Instagram. I can't remember her name now. And she shared, you know, a video where they were doing a gender reveal, and the baby that they were expecting is a boy, another boy, and I think she has two sons already, so this was going to be her third son. And she was just talking about how, you know, her fears that she had about being a girl mom and all these things, and where they were stemming from and all of that. And it just also, you know, geared all these thoughts in my head as well about, sure, I remember those feelings and all these things and all of that. And so anyway, this video is really just a conversation that we're having, really not anything that is, I don't know, it's just a conversation, I guess. But yes, I think the biggest thing that I have taken away from this journey of being a girl mom, I mean, it hasn't really been that long, it's really been just 3 years, well, over 3 years. And the biggest thing that I have gotten from this is, or that I'm learning rather, is that every day you get to learn, and we don't stop learning, but that the learning continues. As I am learning to be a mom, not just to Zoe, but also to her brother, I'm also learning to be a girl mom, right? And she being a firstborn, I need to also learn to treat my daughter in such a way that she feels like my child and not feel the pressure of being a firstborn. You know, the typical pressures of you need to help raise your siblings, or you need to be this, or you need to be that. I don't want to put all those unnecessary pressures on her, because already just being her, you know, there's going to be so many pressures on her life because of how brilliant she is. And I don't want to be an added pressure on her life, right? And so I think maybe what I want to say with this video is that if you are out there and you're a girl mom, and being a girl mom was never a thing you wanted, or it was something that you feared, or you're just not sure about being a girl mom, I want to say to you, you've got this. You've got this. They are very challenging. They are very interesting. And I think one of the other things that maybe we don't always see is that they are very much a duplicate of who we are. There's so many times that my mom has said to me, hey, Uzoe, she reminds me so much of you. And then she'll tell me all these stories. And I'm like, what? Nah, she's not me. And a lot of my friends would keep saying like, oh, this one, that, you know, the way she is, and the sass and the this and the that is so you. I'm like, what, guys? I don't know what you're talking about. But, you know, I think maybe it's something that I appreciate, something that I love. At the same time, it's something I fear, because of, obviously, I know myself, how I grew up and how I was, and how I always, in as much as yes, I'm a rule follower, but there's certain things that I'm like, okay, but I don't understand. Why must this be like that? Why can't we change that? Why does it have to be this way? Why do you want to do this thing like this? Here's a simpler way. Let's rather do it like that, you know? And how a lot of things in my life were so hard, and I had to chase, I had to run, I had to, you know, to a certain extent, I still feel like to this day, I'm still in this marathon trying to achieve a lot of things and attain a lot of things, and not just material things, but just a lot of things, including, you know, non-material things. I feel like I'm just repeating myself now, but yes, I just really just seeing the her will and her passion for life. It really makes me happy. It makes me excited for her. It makes me excited to be a girl mom. And every time I look at her, I'm just so proud. Besides the fact, or besides how beautiful she is, that every time I look at her, I'm just like, I can't believe you come from me. You're so beautiful. You're so gorgeous. What? But just how brilliant she is. That girl challenges me. And I don't mean this in a negative way, but I do mean it in a challenging way. It's a challenge that I love, that I enjoy. Sometimes I don't, which is okay. I mean, who enjoys every single challenges that they have? Who enjoys being at work every day? Who enjoys adulting every day, But it doesn't mean that you are not there to do it anyway. We are there to do it anyway. But with this, though, it's something that I enjoy every single day. And I really hope that even with you, whether you are already in it as a mom, or it's something that you are about to step into as a mom, a new mom, a girl mom especially. And I'm not now obviously like leaving out boy moms. However, right now I'm just specifically speaking to the whole girlhood thing and trying to ensure that you teach your child the right things, you teach your child the right way of being a woman or the right way of being a girl and all these things. And there are challenging days, of course, and that's why I'm saying it's a challenge, because it's something that you constantly have to be growing towards, but at the same time, it's something that you can achieve, right? And I really believe that you will be fine. You are going to enjoy it. You are going to do great. Our daughters are going to grow up to be women of stature in their society, in our society. And I really believe that, this generation is a generation that's going to change the world. And we just need to ensure that we hone that and steward that generation in a good way, in a positive way, in a godly way. So yeah, like I said, I don't have my notes with me that can guide me into how I want to get to where I want to go with this conversation, but I really do think that this way actually is more organic and it doesn't feel scripted. But again, because I'm a rambler, it does kind of sometimes, it's like, okay, where you going? Come back this way. Don't off ramp. But anyway, so I really do hope that this video will just, one, validate you, two, make you feel seen, and three, make you feel like you are in a community of moms that are there to help you get somewhere, right? That you are not alone, and you really are not alone. There's a lot of us. There's a few of us that I know of who being a girl mom was never something that you wanted or something that you dreamed of. And now that you are in it, you do not see yourself being anything else. Or rather, you don't see yourself not being a girl mom. And, that's what I want to end. That's where I want to end this video. That even though I had fears when we found out we were having a baby girl, and for a split second, I was disappointed that I was having a girl and not a boy first. But like I'm saying, it's a split second, very short. But at the same time, I am truly so happy, and God always knows. He always knows why he does things the way that he does them. In as much as, yes, I knew I would have a baby girl, but having a baby girl first as an introduction to parenthood, was very scary. But God knew why He decided to do it like that. And every single day I am learning what that reason is, and I am very grateful for it. And so even with you, God knows exactly why He wants you to have a baby girl first, or just have a baby girl at all. He knows why He wants that. And I leave you with that and hope that, you know, it really does help in some way. All right, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. May we continue growing together. May we have these conversations together. Please remember to like this video. Do leave a comment in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about, you know, the desires of our hearts when it comes to our daughters. Even if you're not married yet, but you know that being a mom is something that you are called to, and it's something that you desire to be one day, whether that is your child through, you know, being pregnant with the child, or if it's your child through adoption or whatever, you know, let us have that conversation. Let's have a chat about it. All right, guys, thank you. Enjoy this video. Please remember, like, subscribe, comment, share, and let's keep on growing. Bye, guys.